Hello and welcome to another coaching video, and in this one we have Rumble in the jungle in Platinum doing an invade, which is why we don't start on the buff as we usually do, and also it's against a Jarvan with a Rakan, so you know what's about to happen. And if you're a Rumble player, you know he's yelling danger, 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 except you guys should be yelling that in your head when you want to do a level 1 invade. I hate them, don't do them. So, we'll jump forward to the buff start now. Obviously, we'll go on the blue buff leash and this player. Yes, Rumble, high elo pick, super strong when played correctly, but most of the time just isn't. So let's see what he's doing a little differently than his Platinum homies, and why he can decimate and destroy a Jarvan. The secret, my friends, is in the buff they gave to his Q, the Flame Splitter. Flame Spitter, right? Not Flame Splitter. There we go. We got it right eventually. Or we got it right first. Either way. And now it does max health damage. And when he's overheated, not overheated in the danger zone, it does more max health damage. 9%. So we go from 6% to 9% magic damage. And when he is overheated, that's his passive, when he goes, silences himself and he has to auto attack, those attacks do max health damage. Right? And this is a magic shredder. Double stack E is a magic shredder. And it slows. Huge kit, right? So in theory, why are champions against this even losing at all? Pilot gap every single time. And most of the time, because Rumble was very strong in Season 11 for 2 or 3 patches, his clear was abnormally fast and his fisting was too strong, so they nerfed it again. And now we're dealing with something that cannot full clear as quickly, and it was largely to do with their passive and the bonus damage to monsters and yada yada. But at this particular stage, when we look at a Platinum Elo player, what can they do that even high Elo junglers cannot? And it's, my friends, sometimes this whole idea of synergy with your champion. Synergy with how the champion allows you to play. So we hit that E, we get that slow. In theory, you could flash now and hit another E, and then obviously just burn him down with Q. But because we don't have flash, we're not going to be able to do it. And look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at what you're witnessing. They don't understand what Rumble does. Do we live? If you want help implementing this information into your own game, I have a free jungle improvement resource and a dedicated program where we have jungle video courses, jungle coaching VOD libraries, weekly coaching classes, Q&As, patch note rundowns, private high elo streams, as well as a private jungle Discord. And I know how to make junglers convert from low elo to gold to emerald to diamond to master plus. If you want to climb faster than anybody you know, jungle diff every game you play, head to virkayu.gg. I was gonna say, okay, so basically, at the end of the day, this is not a high elo review. He is still Platinum, so, there will be mechanical issues and decision-making issues, as we all are aware. But right there you saw the Talon not understand that the Rumble is gonna shred his magic resist. He can double stack it for double stacking slow. He's got max HP damage on his Q there, the Flame Spitter. He is able to auto attack when he's overheated to do more magic damage. And he has a shield which allows him to survive and thrive, and of course move a little fast. Scales with HP and AP. The kit in theory has everything you want, and the base rank are 700 plus damage over time. All we need to do is make the right jungle decisions. And now we look at it and we're going to say, hold on, take stock here. The Jarvan all of a sudden shows top lane here with a cheeky 20 CS, okay? And of course now he's got the Scuttle Crab he can fall back to, as well as the Gromp, okay? Because this, I don't understand why this is happening necessarily from a Jarvan's perspective, but, it is. You shouldn't be this slow in the clear. I know he was just nerfed, but we see this as the Rumble. You know it's happening. And from our perspective here, we track it like this. Guys going top scuttle. I don't really feel the need for us to go to the bottom scuttle. I'm going into the coaching now. Because even though we're going to have a 4-minute 20 Grump respawn, 4-minute 40 Wolf Camp respawn, these two camps are sitting on the map. I feel like we can still do Krugs and Red, or Red then Krugs. I kind of want a sequence, and I don't think a Platinum jungler or Jarvan is invading us at this stage. He could, but at the same time, he knows, look, Pantheon has Prio, broken pick, by the way. Super strong, broken champion, play jungle. Free elo. People are not, I don't understand why no one's playing this. It's diseased right now. Seriously. Not overselling it. Play this champion. And basically, what you're looking at is a situation where the Jarvan's going to do this. You know he's only done a 5 camper, which means he's going to fall back to the Gromp, because 99% guys doing a red side quadrant, right? Theory of predictability in terms of tendencies, right? That sounds an overly complicated way of saying people do the same stupid shit every game is essentially what I'm getting at. So we can just go Krugs, Red, scuttle on down to the scuttle, and gank bottom lane anyway. However, what he sees is an opportunity to take the Scuttle Crab and then gank bottom lane, which is not a terrible decision. The only downside is it does leave you, if nothing happens, with no fallback. So in terms of pathing, we can call this a higher risk pathing maneuver, okay? But at the same time, it should be pretty easy if they play properly, which they do. So Nautilus goes in. We get a kill here onto the Rakan. There's the Tristana going. We root her before she jumps, and now we chase her down with our Q. Cool, cool, cool. So now the investment pays off because we can fall back to our Grom, fall back to our Wolves, and then do a full sequence up. The downside is, though, we're just opening up these possibilities. You should go steal... I'm getting pain. See, this guy's missing the opportunity to punish Rumble by taking Red and Krugs, which would be a huge loss for us because he could just reset now and protect this side as Rakan and Tristana come out of base. So while we do get kills, I don't want to results-based a decision in the moment. The decision in the moment, we didn't need to make that. We could have Krugs, Red, Scuttle bottom side, gank bottom lane anyway. And if they do go back to base, no stress, right? If we want to go invading and gank mid lane, we can do that. We can take our camps. There's other options for us. Now, the Jarvan has obviously a long sword here, early rotation. He should have a decent amount of pocket, 1,000 after the base on the first blood kill. And now we go back to our Gromp Wolves and we can do a full sequence. Rumble is more of a full sequencer. We want 6. Your ganks, while okay, are nothing to write home about. Yeah, you've got your E, the slow, the shred, the max HP damage. It's all well and good. But if you've got no engage CC, it's a little bit more rough. So now Jarvan, it's just, look at this. This is what you're playing against. So as a Rumble, if you can just farm efficiently and get a few kills like he's done here, you're looking good. And while I wasn't a fan of cutting from Raptors to mid lane in theory, with the Pantheon, if you see a gankable situation, please do that. Because as you saw, they don't know what Rumble does, they don't know his range, and now we are delaying our red buff spawn here, which is my issue. And this guy's just, who knows? If you're playing these games in this MMR range and your response is, what's he doing and why? Congratulations. You are learning, you are growing, you are understanding. This is the kind of stuff we talk about all the time in the private Discord. People say, what are they doing? I just dismantled this jungle. It was so easy to track. Good. You are getting it and they are not. They will stay platinum, they will stay gold, they will stay emerald, and you will climb because it's all going deep inside your brain tissue. Now, the Mordekaiser is level 6, but I think this is an easy kill here. Oh, I hate this. Chuck an E, chuck a harpoon. Hit it, son. Hit it. Oh, he missed it, but you get a reset. We get another one. There we go. Now, he doesn't have TP, so in theory we could help this guy push here, but obviously he's level 4. He's severely compromised. We'll just let him have his experience because most likely he's going to throw a tantrum anyway. That ward gives us 6. Hallelujah. But also, you know, selfishly, I want level 6, so if there's no ward there, I might try and push just forward because then I can fall back down to the Scuttle and obviously shadow the mid lane here. So, we have hit level 6. We go in. This is very, very good platinum Rumble play. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Most Rumbles, 99% of Rumbles, even Master Plus, you just want to make weird noises when you watch it. And even in pro play, they couldn't make this pick work properly. Where are we going? I mean, you could smite it if you want to smite it, but obviously once it's below 600, it's a waste of smite. And we only have half a charge up, so cool. We should go back to base now. There's no reason to waste any time. No, stop. 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 Yeah, stop, you can't contest it. Yeah, see, so the platinum is still deep within his tissue. For the Emerald Leap, yeah, you know, you've got to take the next level, and the next level is, you got the Scuttle, go back to base. Now, if you want to stay and do all of this, and help this here, go for it, but, you know, like, what are you going to do here? There's 2 of them, take the Scuttle, go back to base, spend your cash money gold, move on down, get your rocket belt, and then try and do stuff. You protect your blue side, basically. You don't want to cross to protect your blue side when you've got 2,000 in pocket. I don't really care that the Jarvan has stayed out and still hasn't spent. I don't care. Because if I go base here and spend and come all the way down here and he still stays out, he dies within a microsecond. But what I did love was that we went for the stun, we hit the R, which is a bit weird to cast. You need to practice it, just make sure you're getting those angles. We get hit here, we get seen, but it doesn't matter. Because Jarvan has to go back to base if he hasn't already. And the early dragon, I don't care about either. Now, the Pantheon is going to leap in, which is not going to do anything. And don't Pantheon ult if you're a Pantheon jungle. Don't Pantheon ult a Rakan Tristana. You want to ult once those spells are down, right? When Rocket Jump is down, 20 plus seconds. You want to make sure that this is gone, okay? And now the Rumble is sitting here, loitering, floating. What do? Do I help? But I got a lot of gold. Do I go back to my camps and farm, or do I help? And talents here, is Jarvan going to show up as well, or is Jarvan going to go to the top side? Now, if Jarvan's red is up, I don't expect him to show up, but like, there we go, finally. And now the Rumble has to show up. And if he gets benefit here, which he should because he's in a minion wave and max HP damage will shred. And his ult's up in 3 seconds. 3 seconds. This is all results based, but yeah, we hit it. Boast that 700 damage over time. Oh, that was a terrible rocket jump. Do we have enough? Tick, 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 boom. No, we don't. Imagine if we base, we would have enough to kill the Tristana as well. So, the big difference between your Master, Diamond, Emerald, and then Platinum junglers is the ability to base and recognize these things anyway. If we had just based and come out with itemization, we'd be in the exact same damn spot without the coin flipping mindset of should I base, should I stay, should I base, should I stay, and we would just kill everybody easily because the damage you'd have on the R here would be going up because you have a 175% AP ratio. And you know what's funny about that is when you think about like things like Zyra, right, was 70% AP ratio. Obviously dot mage, so things like that, but still, you know, like the E, you hit it at 70% AP ratio, it's like, oh, that's not very good. 175 in the ultimate, you're like, whew, that's a lot. And then you think about Nunu, and he has a 300% AP ratio in his ultimate. Warum? Why? It's stupid. Pourquoi? He doesn't need these ratios, right? Nerf AP Nunu. Bring back tank. Totally didn't get run down by an AP Nunu. It's not actually that objectively good, but I just feel like it's so pointless to have, why does he have such a high AP ratio on his ult as a tank jungler, you know? Even Briar is 100% AP ratio. 120% or something like that. So yeah. Anyway, back to the game. Now, we still have him based. So we're just overstaying, because look, the whole flow of his game is completely off, right? It's completely off, because while Jarvan is down here doing this, a good jungler is taking advantage of the fact that this Rumble has had 1 bad pathing event and 2 one terrible base event. And in Platinum, you're gonna get away with it, which he is. But going down to Scuttle Ganky bot results based and having fallback is great and all of this was lovely. Like honestly, it's okay. It's a good decision. I understand the logic. Wouldn't always do it myself, but you know, we get it. Here not basing compromises them entirely, because imagine after this gank bottom lane now, you can fall back to your blue side. If you get 3 or 4 kills plus your blue side, you can base again, probably finish Rocket Belt. From there, you go straight top side. You take your red hippity hoppity, you start the Herald. They want to fight you, they die. Okay? And because this guy's a Platinum jungler, he's on the bottom side again. Instead of going top side for Herald play while Rumble's, you know, on the bottom side here, he rotates twice. Yeah, you get some kills, but the kills don't get converted into anything. And that's the problem with this elo. The kill conversion ratio kills into objectives, either hitting heralds, hitting dragons, hitting turrets, taking scuttles, taking enemy camps, which are not technically objectives, but if you truly cannot hit turrets, if you truly cannot take anything else, at least taking something is important. It just doesn't happen. And now, here we are, ult again. The cooldown for this is abnormally short for something so disgusting. And now this guy's getting magic damage over time in a very severe way. This poor water guy's yeah, we just need a flame spitter. If he comes out, he'll die 100%. He'll die 100% if we hit it. If we hit it, there we go. We have our shield. No, we don't. We used it already. Nice. Again, nice. But you're now wasting time. Seeing like, right, kill. Conversion. Get a plate. Get a plate. You got 20 seconds. Okay. We've seen the Jarvan now. Obviously, this is what you have to pay attention to as well. We've seen the Jarvan going across mid lane, which, while you're busy fighting and so on, you don't always notice. But I would hope at this particular stage, as soon as this happens, what goes through your mind is, okay, look at the map. Get out, you're safe. Look at the map. You would see this on your screen. Jarvan killed Talon, and you look. You can look now, the whole time you can look. I see him. I see him. You might not want to stay for this turret, okay? But I do feel like we can probably still hit it for a plate and run. Because this guy, you know, look at this. I feel like it's definitely a little greedy, I will admit that, but it's more the mentality that he's not thinking about even hitting it at all. Now, if he started to hit it and then bounce after 1 or 2 hits just to get the plate gold shared from the Singed, great. But again, if we had based when I told you to base, you wouldn't have this HP compromise, so you could stay and actually hit this for free. If he shows up, you just kill him, but ideally you just go and take this now. Kind of tough to do with the dead Pantheon, but maybe we can gank mid lane. Oh, we could. And then Pantheon comes back and then we can do the Herald, right? Because that's the play. So that's what we're looking at here. Hopefully this all makes sense to you, but overall, what's carrying this guy is 100% his, no way. That's fantastic. Right at the clipped by his butt cheeks or his testicles, depending on which way you want to go. And can we take away the umbral vibes? No, please, I don't want the umbral vibes. I don't want this. I didn't consent to the... Okay, we go top side here. Now there's a Herald fight. I'll get rid of it in a second. Hold on. I know it looks a little trippy. This is like a Hollywood Mexican color filter. We're in Mexico now. Every time something happens in Mexico and Hollywood, they give it this this kind of filter. This is what I feel like right now. Again, ultimate is up, burn damage. We do have ignite. Use your ignite if you need to, if you're not sure. We do a little late. We should use it early, and then we don't have to overcommit to this. We do die because of it, right? So use your ignite sooner. And we have Rocket Belt as well. So Talon's here, he gets flipped into the disease, and now Pantheon's going to give him some more with his E. We'll have hopefully a Q spam after the W to make sure we can get the execute finish. Come on, Pantheon, you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. No, I don't. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in you. My goodness gracious me. Okay, let's jump forward. Hopefully it's gone. Yay, it's fixed. Okay. That was exciting. So let's take stock here. 733, huge damage. Dark Harvest stacks are at 10. All right, so about 13 away from electrocute equalization, which means you just have it all the time. And yeah, it's lethal. Look at this ult again now. If you want to look at the damage, well, it looks like he did no damage, but that's a Rakan thing. 977. And it slows. 10% max health, magic damage. 15 when in the danger zone. I play Mundo. I need health to do stuff. So all of these max health, physical damage, magic damage, true damage things irritate me. Yeah. Anyway, so the numbers do seem insane. It's because the numbers are insane. And it's one of those champions that gets to have insane numbers because most people can't play correctly. And in this game, honestly, he's playing it very, very well. The sequencing is solid, and outside of maybe two decision errors, solid gaming, which is why he's got a 60+% win rate in Platinum with this champion, and he can climb to Emerald. But if he wants to go further, oh, this is not what we want. This is just waiting around. No. To go Wolves. Go Wolves. You have time to do Wolves and fall back to the blue, if honestly that's the situation, right? There's no reason to loiter, waffle, smoke. Just take the Wolves, come down to the blue, and now start to move here, right? You don't need to sequence up. Leave this alone. Stuff's happening down here, okay? The problem is we're about to ding 14 minutes. He has Herald, which he hasn't used for some ungodly reason. For some reason, he's just losing plates. So this is going to fall. This we have 5 on, and this we have 3 on. So again, it's all about that base moment. He would have gotten this. He would have been able to hit Herald on this categorically. The lead is worth nothing if you're not going to hit turrets. The lead is worth nothing if you're not going to stop the enemy from hitting turrets. Because guaranteed the Jarvan's going to show up here or here and try and activate the Herald just out of desperation and annoyance that he got no plates. And we're doing our Wolves going to the top side instead of doing Wolves blue and now floating to this, and being fed means you kill people 3v1. Being fed, being the carry material means you have to make those plays happen. Or you're going into here and doing stuff. Now the Pantheon has decided to go top lane, which is not what we want either. We just want to push mid lane. Because Talon's bot lane hit these plates before 14, if this is happening before 14. So there is my issue with the jungling. But again, if you want a full sequence blindly and not do any of those things, that's cool too. So, Herald is activated mid lane. Jarvan's here. We do have ult available. We'll drop that down nicely. We have Rocket Ball to gap close. And then, of course, we can just jump in with a magic damage, use our Ignite, and get a double. You're powerful now. You're strong now. So, the AP roster of junglers is abnormally huge right now. Evelyn. Gwen. Not even Gwen. Evelyn, Lilia. Lilia, then Evelyn are your best two. Then we do have the Gwen and the Rumble for high elo picks, but as you can see, if you can make it work with how you play the game, super strong. We also then have the Elise option as well. Karth is giga strong. So we're looking at a solid roster of AP carry junglers. Now our itemization absolutely sucks in comparison to AD. I mean, we don't get QSS. You know, they can build Cyrildas for cheap and afford to slow people. We have to build Rylai's, which doesn't always make sense in many champions. Doesn't Rumble, actually. But you have so many slows, you don't necessarily need it. But then again, slow them even more guarantees your spells hit even more, which guarantees they slow them even more. You're seeing the thing. And hopefully they fix that with the itemization rework again at the end of the season when they remove mythics. But, you know, you don't really need to overthink your items, which is great when you're playing an AP jungler like Rumble. You just go Rocket Belt. You can do Night Harvester if you like. I do like the Rocket Belt more so. Definitely if you're going Ignite, and I would still recommend going Flash over the Ignite. but you don't inherently need it. It's just I feel like it allows you to survive and thrive a little bit more. But again, here, look. Blue team holding turret. Our team ready to hit turret. Where's Rumble going? He's going to his red. He's going to farm. He's not interested in turrets. Look again. Bye-bye. Platinum jungling. Big problem. You can win all the PvPs you like, but when you're this inward looking on your own camps, it's a bit of an issue. Talon's here. Looking to kill people. This champion, man. Talon is also pretty strong again. He just dies instantaneously. Oh, this is so good. He deserves it for playing Talon. That's what I say. Krugs. See, he's just floating from side to side. This is, again, where you're getting that benefit. You're seeing that he's floating that E slow, man. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Whew. You know, he's getting the benefit of the elo, but also of Rumble having the movement speed ability to actually, there's a stopwatch usage. She will most likely still die from this, which is the problem. When you're fed, Mordekaiser eats your stats, so he's also technically fed even if he's behind, so you got to factor that in with your, like again, 3,000 gold, man. Twice this game he sat with 3,000 gold over. Cost him both times. Cost him Herald into snowballing with plates. Cost him his life here because he didn't actually have the right itemization to survive and kill the Mordekaiser. It adds up. And in another game, you will lose. So I do honestly believe if this guy fixes these these mistakes he's making, plus understands his back time is a little better, plus pushes the map a bit more, instead of just blindly floating side to side and using his champion to do so, 75% win rate. Easy. Diamond is easy. And once you get Diamond with this champion and you kind of understand why it's working, you can get Master with it. And I hope, for his sake, he can do it. But he's definitely got to fix these issues because you can see the lack of agency, urgency, tempo control. His team's busy fighting. Now he's dead, so he's not there for them. Tristana gets a reset. Tristana's going to get another reset. We activate the ult here, which is great. We are able to kill her, which again is fine. But that's because it's Platinum. That's because they're also making mistakes. You want to run them over. You don't want to give them any window of opportunity. You have to be merciless, ruthless when you're playing a jungler like this or playing any jungler. And look, we don't go forward. We keep falling backwards. We don't push the waves. We go back to our camps. Bottom wave is untouched. You know, we're just sequencing, which is great, but my view on this is get a Flame Horizon. I made a video on the main channel, how to get a Flame Horizon, how I do it on Zyra and Mundo and everything, and Ornn even. And it's to do with pushing the map in sideways and counter juggling. You know, he might get it anyway, but he can't because every time he falls back, the Jarvan gets to, you know, come back into it. Ult is up again. Should be a dead Tristana. Nicely burned. Nice knocker from the Nautilus there. Very good. Like, you can see the damage is there, but now add 1,000 gold to the kit. Add extra turrets to it. Like, we still haven't broken this mid lane turret. He's dead. I mean, the fact that Talon makes it close is hilarious, but you can stand still. Push the wave. Push the wave. Push. Everyone is dead except for the Mordekaiser. Push this. Take the turret. I'm getting tilted because it's so silly. No one is here. Cannon wave. Free cannon wave. Free turret. How much stuff do you leave on the map? Ask yourself this question. Go to your games. How much stuff do you leave on the map? Because this is like the peak example of what stops people climbing. This is absolutely why people don't get Diamond. This is why you don't get Diamond. Because you leave so much on the map. Imagine you're in the old days and you're robbing a bank, and you know, the difference between you and the best bank robbers is that they just take more bags. How stupid does that sound? They basically say, look, everyone can carry 3 bags, and you're like, well, I think this guy can carry 1, this guy can carry 2, that's fine. The other team are like hyper focused, same amount of members, but they all carry 3 bags each. They have more stuff, they get to steal more money. They're at the top. And you are just leaving money in the bank for no reason. If you're going to rob it, you might as well take everything. I mean, you might as well full commit. So it's the same thing. The map is giving you 1 million resources, and you're like, I'm okay with 500,000. That's fine. It's not fine. It's ridiculous. Take it all. Because the enemy team eventually will catch up, and your lead is not as pronounced. You don't even have a damn lead. You're behind in gold, to put it bluntly. I mean, now we're ahead. There you go. But you didn't have a lead. And there's no reason why this Rumble shouldn't be damn well winning this game by 5,000 to 10,000 gold. And I hope you can see where I'm going with this. Honestly. I'm passionate about it. Hopefully you can tell that. I'm not irritated, I'm just passionate about it because I love seeing people jungle well. I love seeing them make right decisions. I love seeing them get fed. I love seeing them have the ability to have this control. and they just choose not to, because it's an active choice at this stage. I choose to not hit this turret and push this cannon wave with 4 dead. First thing you do after one fight is like, how many dead? Where's everybody else? And can I push something to get it? Like, I don't care about your HP. No one's going to kill you. Mortar's bot lane. It's free. And with this shove, you get to take this, and then you get to go back to base, and now they have nothing, so your lead goes higher and they stay the same. Now we come out of base here with the ultimate into the choke point. For some reason, Rakan's going way too deep. Pantheon's ulting and saying, look at my butt cheeks. Because that's about as useful as that ult was. Talon comes to the back line, we get to stun, we get to kill. Hex Drinker does nothing. The Tristana is dead as well. Jarvan is like, yo, I built... They literally buffed Stride, they buffed Gore, and you're going Eclipse. Nerfed Eclipse. They buffed Gore. Just go Gore. Why are you going Eclipse? Don't do that. Shojin and Gore are broken. Build them as Jarvan. Building Eclipse is dumb. You're 757, but you're dying. You're not very useful to your team. And, you know, you're fighting a Rumble, a Samira, a Nautilus, and a Singed, and a Pantheon. Gore is absolutely damn insane, this game. You are just going to get blown up. And yes, he has max HP damage, and not going HP is good, but, you know, like, it's still better to have HP than not, right? Because you die. So, good dragon, 16-4-6, it's great. Now we can sequence up to the wolf camp here. We do have a Scuttle Crab available for us, which we choose not to take. We'll clear this ward, we should take it. Talon's on the top side here, he actually gets caught by the Nautilus. We're going to show up here with the ultimate, tick, 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 tick. You should die. Tristana out of position, she dies. The Rumble dies as Talon dies. And now we can push this mid lane turret, finally. So, how you feeling, Mr. Turret? Pretty good, huh? Yeah, you almost died a few times, a few near-death experiences. It should be dead. 10,000 years, it should be dead. I cannot believe we are 25 minutes into the game with a jungle that has 14,000 gold, and we have 2 turrets. And the enemy team has a lot more, because this guy's like, oh, I'm going to push the waves. The waves! I'm losing my mind. Losing my mind with this. Because it's honestly why you lose games. All the time. Kill conversion ratio. Have your fun. Get your 16 kills. Do it every single time. But if you don't convert it, you give them opportunities. And we don't want to do that now. Very good free death. Very good free death. I mean, you're just goon squatting at this point. And we snack attack that. We do have the Shadow Flame here. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's fine. We don't always need it for anti-shields. It's not like Serpent's Fang where it's like explicit. You can always build it by base. I mean, they got enough that it's warranted, I think. Mordekaiser, Jarvan, Talon, if he has Eclipse, which he does, and of course Hex Drinker, Rakan. So it's actually a really good buy in this particular case, as you see here with the bonus damage. But in general, probably just go Death Cap now. Another choke point. They're playing well. Honestly, like the red team are playing very well here. And now they've just snowballed this game out of control. Like, it's a 5k gold lead, but there's no ways the blue team ever wins a fight because of the Rumble. 2,205 magic damage. 2,205. Over time, but still. Whew, that do be a lot of damage. And the cooldown is, as you see, 47 seconds. Which is a little bit silly for something so high in damage. Stopwatch. Careful not to take the aggro. Thank you, Mordekaiser. Appreciate that. Free inhib. Baron Wave. Could probably end the game. You could probably... No range, but I don't know. I feel like we could maybe take 1 turret. Maybe I'm greedy. Yeah, maybe I'm greedy. I would probably try and take 1 turret and just kind of posture to see what kind of wave clear, what situation develops. But otherwise, it's fine to leave. Don't over... Basically, you do what the Rumble does from the get-go, and you say, no, I'm leaving Free Dragon, taking all their stuff, which is 100% the correct, safe call. Or you see, hey, can we take 1 turret here very quickly? And if Talon goes in, we'll kill him, and then we'll just end because we have 20 seconds to go. As you wish, right? As you wish. You have to kind of read the room, and so on. But yeah, now we group up, finish up our Void stuff. We have Morello's. Healing reduction here is not really that huge. I don't really think we need Morello's. Probably would prefer a Rylai's in this particular case. in general, or just a death cap, straight up just a death cap as well. And there's no reason why you can't. You're so fed. Tick, 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 damage. Sitting on the baseline here, we don't want to get too choked against the Jarvan, which is obviously, this is what we're afraid of here. So they all jump into a rumble with this flame spitter going, and they die because the champion does so much damage. Very good though. Honestly, this is a great example of Platinum where this game should have ended at 23-24 minutes, but it goes 7 minutes longer. Hopefully you see why. Hopefully you learn something. Hopefully you enjoy. Come join us in Virkayu.gg to get access to all the courses, coaching, live events, and everything in the private Discord. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.